the final game of the day. Ladies and gentlemen around the world, it's day number 1 of Wood 2 here for the PUBG Europe League, and we're getting into game number 25. So far, so good for the campaign of Team Liquid as they've taken the top spot. Will they be able to retain it? Over to Sims and D-Man.
Thank you very much, guys, and here we go. The final game of the day, 25 matches. It's a long old road to 60, that's for sure, but we're going to keep on churning through. Teams still looking for the chicken dinners, some looking to confirm and continue where they've left off. Team Liquid has had a mighty, mighty day. NIP certainly consistent as well. Twice they could have had a chicken dinner. Will this be the game for them? We'll find out. FaZe Clan out the plane early.
Yeah, it's to be expected, especially with this playing path. I mean, you look at it, starting, it'll kind of linger over the edge of Los Leones and end up on Camp Militar. You might get the Campo Militar push that we saw coming out of, I believe it was Winstrike who decided to opt to go there as a backup position. So we might see them doing the same and waiting all the way to the end and then diving out. Campo will give you some extremely good loot, but you do have to be prepared to play off the back the whole game, especially if the circle is not favourable for you. We've got a couple of teams in there, so we might be seeing that Campo Militar drop. Yes, we are indeed. Here we go, out of the plane between Terry Bronco and Campo. Easy for Winstrike. However, depending where this next circle goes, if you're going to be prepared to play pretty much corner and all the way the opposite ends of the earth on this map, you've got to be ready for these rough rotations.
It's going to be a north one. I'm feeling it.
I'm thinking Creator Fields. I don't know why. It's just sticking out to me. Complete polar opposite to playing path.
Over the east somewhere this time. With such an eastern playing path, I'm feeling it. I just don't take me to the island. There we go.
Oh, okay, Lee. I'll
Well,
give you that one.
G2 are happy, that's for sure. Right on top of them, and Zahar. A lot of hills and roads and ditches in and around that. TSM taking a couple of pot shots on NAP as they go landing into San Martin. Just trading a couple of love taps back and forward.
FaZe just cannot get a break, can they? Bless them. Time and time again, these boys are playing off of the back foot. They're now as far away from the circle as humanly possible. They do have a couple of vehicles I'm seeing, but again, still looting Los Higos. You're going to have limited loot. Plenty of vehicle spawns along those roads. That's the good thing about that kind of area. It's very easy to rotate out of, unless you get bridge camp, which you never really see on Miramar unless you're playing pubs and weird and wonderful people are in the game. There's an option for them to run the western road and take it all the way, loop all the way past Cobreria, all the way up into the north, and maybe punch into this circle somewhere around water treatment. I don't think we'll see anyone going as far as Umuada for the simple fact they know Winstrike might exert their dominance and kind of extend their presence on the northern edge of the map. The difficult that we might be are people like the Knights.
I wonder if we're going to see this eastern side, whether we see Jokers who now have gone back into Impala, where they try and camp out Navi. Because they're well aware Navi are down in Puerto Paraíso.
I mean, if they're going to get a win this week, if they're going to get a win today, then now would be the time. We are in our last game
Martin's
of the
been
day.
calling it all day long. They're going to get a win, they're going to get a win.
I mean, one CIS team got a win, and one team that didn't have a win on the in the books managed to grab one. I think we'll end up, honestly, we will end up in a season where a certain team doesn't have a win. It'd have to be a
I've got a good idea of that certain team myself. We'll see how it works out. At the moment, there is a few that are still hunting it, and there's a few that are hunting points, honestly. FaZe Clan, they started off well with third place, but it's been pretty rough again. I think it's been 11th, 10th, and 11th following that. So long road to go still in this league. Do not write anyone off. There's still, I think it's about 50 points between first and way down to like 11th. So it's
been it's been a really rough daily for ENCE.
Yeah, ENCE and G2, honestly, the top two teams, or previously top two teams, just not had a good day today.
I mean, G2 have sent a circle now, so anything can happen for them. They could centralize on Azar, and they could be laughing, to be honest. From that position where they're in now, maybe you see them spreading out. They could go for the 4-stack, potentially. There is a potential to go for the individual ones and just kind of linger around on different angles. Maybe even 2-2 split on the either side of the road that you can play the divot and the dip. That kind of goes in and out of Azar. Squeaky is in no man's land.
No, I don't agree with that. I was just thinking, which way do you rotate from this one? Team Liquid choosing to swing to the south. I'm not sure. I think a wide western swing. I mean, we can see the circle, but you think where the playing path is? To take that southern swing through there, that's tricky. That's tricky. They know they're going to be bumping into teams along the route. Sure, it's a massive circle. Sure, it's a massive area. I guess what they're looking towards is maybe where they're going to end up, right? They've obviously got a position in mind of where they want to go. Team Liquid, certainly the top team today. Vitality, they've not been too bad. They've been picking up the kills, just not getting the placement points with it. That's all right. He's going to get picked up by Mexi, no problem. That's down south, Baldomar way.
He just slows him down though, doesn't it? Because now he's got to heal up. He's got to
it's a knock.
Quit the rotation. Yeah.
It's a knock, the bleed, everything that affects it with it, and it's going to use a med, the first aid in there as well. I guess it's the bike. It must have been the bike. He must have flipped on the bike.
Winstrike have come down from the mountains and moved just past Thierry Bronca, so they can set up on the hillside to the right-hand side of Thierry and have a look. No one should really be going that deep north.
So Jokers chose to move. They didn't choose to camp. They wanted to go central as much.
I'm okay
it does
with
mean that look at Liquid. They're going to bump into Navi. Navi are going to be ahead of them, actually. They're going to steal the march. Team Liquid choosing to go all the way over to the far eastern road. That is a very tough road path.
There's three teams there.
CrowCrowd right behind them as well, yeah.
Yeah, this southern edge, we have to take a look at that. Blue, yellow, turquoise.
Who's taking shots? It's Team Liquid taking shots. It's Ibi taking shots, but Set's found Jeems, and I do not like this rotation from Team Liquid. They go so early, but they've took such a long road to go, and they know the playing path. They've literally gone through all the teams that are on that playing path.
Maybe this is them trying to keep a hold of first place ending Dame 1. Maybe this is them trying to play more passive, and unfortunately it's not turned out the way they wanted to because they've got caught in the CIS rotation. Navi one side taking a look at them, and CrowCrowd come in and mop up the individual of Jimbo. So he will have a very early bath this game. Set up. Easy shots for Narcissus. Drills him. He goes down.
Dream for you. Dream for you's got him. This is Ibi. Ibi is in trouble as well.
Oh no. Did he flip that then?
He did. He flipped it, and he's going to have to bail. He's going to have to get out behind that vehicle, and now he's stuck behind the tractor way down south. Samty's going to try and turn around and give him some cover fire. Meanwhile, back in the circle, we see Chris catching Jazza out in the distance there. He's knocked on the hillside a long way from his teammates.
A lot of little individual battles going on across the map. Ibi probably won't be able to do much from that. That vehicle is teetering rather close, so they have to be extremely careful. The only way he gets out of this really is if CrowCrowd, their attention's drawn away, which now, actually...
It's Ibi. It's Jimpty.
Good shots. That's an off angle from Jimpty. Makes them pay for it.
Oh,
Set goes
smacking
down.
him.
Yeah, this is what you get for pinning his boy back.
Is Samty coming? Samty's coming in the distance, right? Now, where's he going? He's on the full rotate, the full flank. He wants to get behind this hillside, which is what he's trying to do. You can see he's getting a positional play, and I think CrowCrowd, back away from that.
I don't want to throw any BM out here, but it will come to a point where...
Digital Athletics coming in.
Oh, Arms on the... Arms also in play here if anyone wants to pick that bad boy up. But it'll come to the point, Lee, where people see CrowCrowd and see how they're doing in this competition, say, all right, that's an easy bunch
that's
to kill
4
for
points.
us. Let's just crack on with it.
Oh,
and he's knocked his teammate.
And now DA are lighting him up. Look at this, DA from the hillside. No. And now they're going to be driving straight past Samty. Ibi's coming up onto the hill. They want all piece of this. Magister and Alf players are going to get the hell out of there.
It all went Pete Tong.
Oh, that's an old reference. At least I'm old enough to get that one, but...
Ibi shouldn't have been able to... Did he actually run him over?
Oh, please.
He didn't get in the cab.
Yeah.
He got into the back of it.
Yeah.
Bump.
Look at the rotate. See, Red Diamonds. That's the path I was expecting to take. Red Diamonds have come out of Los Leones, I believe. No, I tell a lie. They're further along here, Picardo way, aren't they? Down south Picardo. And this is the route I was expecting. This is where I expected Team Liquid to go. They come out of Picardo and go up around the western side, knowing full well the plane path went directly across Picardo up towards Tierra Bronca.
Okay, let's set the story in the lay of the land. We've got Winstrike in the middle, G2 making an advancement on them. You'll see Raise Your Edge will reposition just a little bit for once they're not actually playing off the back foot, and they are inside the circle. Winstrike has their number, though. Coming behind them, it's going to be a complete crunch. NIP, the Knights, TSM, and I also think M19 will interject themselves on that main road. NIP is setting up for a road camp.
Yeah, and
they're in a very dirty choke point here.
And I think, yeah, you're going to maybe spring the trap for, say, M19, FaZe Clan. They're all sort of coming up on that western edge at the moment, sort of past Hacienda. The Knights are actually the ones taking shots onto NIP. And NIP might actually get caught in a crossfire with Razor Edge. Tricky to tell. We're obviously following the map stream and seeing teams trying to get in a position. Samty is sending it. He's going to go right into the back of the Jokers. I think, luckily for him, they're so busy and focused on their own rotation. Oh, he's caught out by ENCE Trifoli catching him. Samty's not going to get away with it either, I don't think.
Jempty legged it. Samty is on his last legs.
Squeaky wants him.
20% HP.
Fin on fin.
I mean, Squeaky should finish this one off and polish it.
I think Trifoli might find him. Oh, look at that. Mikaz is even driving up there. Trifoli on the hillside. Yep, there we go. Samty flushed. So it leaves Jempty the solo man for Team Liquid. A great day for them. It's going to end badly. Michael, can he drive away from this one and get down that hillside? Shadow trying to light him up and see if he can get in the distance.
Gets away with his life, but certainly doesn't make it easy. You've got to be careful, though. Gustav, 1, 2, 3. Smack bang wallop, down goes Shadow, unfortunately. And TSM are completely clustered inside this building, which is it's a good amount of coverage for them. What are you laughing at?
Smack bang wallop. You're coming out with them now.
With the old, I mean, I'm 30
what was that Batman? Was that Smack bang wallop? I can't think it was. Yeah. I think it was the old back. And I'm talking.
Granddad used to say
I'm talking Batman with Adam West as well. I'm pretty sure that's where that's come from.
It's nice actually casting someone who's older than
Please Google Adam West and see how old that Batman is. He's the original.
Still nice to see a 3-tap though. Just 1, 2, 3 and it's instant. And look at the damage that it's done to Vitality.
Oh, it's FaZe the Knights.
Yeah, it's broken their position because now they got Shadow down. Jazz has had to back off from it. And they're wasting utility here. The amount of smokes they're committing to this one. Smokes are so vital and so underrated on Miramar. I mean, they're vital anyway on PUBG, especially in a comp level. But on Miramar, because it's such an open area, when you're wasting them for needless knocks like that, late game, it just punishes you hard.
FaZe have brute forced their way into that compound and pushed the Knights, or at least the split the Knights had away from it. Voxic honking his horn as he goes. And now we're going to see where the circle will go. CrowCrowd.
Getting sniffed at.
Yeah, they're coming close to Kramer. Kramer's actually going to get up on the hillside and have an angle on them. You can see he's lighting them up. We're just going off pure map knowledge there, so see what they see. It's been a good day for Kramer, to be fair. He's had a decent amount of damage along with reels. But oh my word, it's a hard shift. It's a hard shift south to Al-Azhar.
G2's like, should have stayed inside, boys. Could have been a good day. Meanwhile, Jempty's like, well, that's fine. I'll happily sit here.
Tell you it could be a good day for is Digital Athletics if they want to find themselves a good spot. They're going in towards the edge because they have the whole southern side to themselves.
It's pretty proactive to do that rather than sitting up on the hillside, because if the circle doesn't go their way, then they're pinned into a point where there's nowhere else to really go. They'll get battered upon arrival, so they'll put themselves in there. Vitality will do the same. They'll disengage from TSM. TSM held back by M19. FaZe is going for
north, way north.
The longest rotation of 2019.
Yeah, I guess they're going to go around north side of Tierra Bronca, come right down the far eastern side.
They might even go for east side here, Lee. Play a late game, play a long game.
Yeah, I think they're going to come in behind the Jokers where Kemba is right now. Jorski, how did he live there? Pouncing down. The rest of Mars found Kemba, though. That was the remnants of ENCE. They've gone for this 2-2 split, and it may well work out for them because they've got two in position, in prime position. Here comes FaZe Clan. You can see they're actually coming down Tierra Bronca way. They may come in the back of Red Diamonds. Wouldn't that be some sweet justice after the last game?
NIP have just flown head on directly into Al-Azhar.
Oh, Jempty got in there as well.
Yep, he's got a little compound of his own just on the outskirts, completely hidden from sight, and he'll just bunker down, whatever you want to say it. There's no what he can do.
If he can get top 3, top 5. I mean, if you think of the days gone by, you know, when FaZe were consistently getting the points, it was Jempty that would be snaking it.
FaZe are about to kind of have to work for the money. In the north, they have Red Diamonds on one side, and they've got Winstrike on the other. They're pretty much bottlenecked between two full four-man teams who are just laying down the hammer here. And more importantly, for, you know, looking further afield after this circle. With this position, what do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4 teams all clustered together on the northern edge, just praying the circle comes somewhere close.
Mexi and Nookie sharing the compound with one another. FaZe kind of saved actually a little bit by Red Diamonds from the hillside.
This is brutal. This is so brutal.
There's Mexi, he's down, so they did find him. Dimmy gets involved and will flush him out, and FaZe now down to possibly 2 as Doozy finds Uber. He goes looking for a bit of an angle. G2 watching this all play out. Na'Vi even trying to get an angle from long range. Red Diamonds pushing down the hill for it. This is a FaZe sandwich.
Meanwhile,
look at the
CC
aggression.
is still out in the blue. Yeah, they want to go get stuck in because they have to set this now. They know FaZe is hurt, so punish them. Make them pay for it. Sec goes down in the blue. That's still to the left-hand side, just above this one, to be honest with you. I don't think, yeah, FaZe are down to 2, just like that. The rotation, it's so tight. What else
Down
they can
to
do?
1.
Make that 3. Oh, no, no, no. This is all going wrong.
See, where did that nade gush go? Where did that nade gush go? It found him. Snark is the one that steals it. And FaZe Clan out in 16th. Another woeful performance from the boys in red. And this has not been their event so far. PEL, they are a long way down. Not something I or anyone, I think, would expect from the from what was the #1 team of 2018.
Wanted sees the last player in the blue and happily finish him off, so CrowCrowd go down in 15th. But with FaZe, they're always playing off the back foot in this game. They went early, straight out the plane.
TSM and M19.
And the circle didn't go their way. And TSM annihilates.
That was fast. That was fast.
All 4 just like that.
Yeah.
M19, good night, boys. No more games for you.
4 members of TSM still on their feet, not a single person knocked. That's the perfect sort of execution you expect. Digital Athletics trying to make a move coming out of El Azhar, but they are getting slaughtered.
Look at this aggression, though, Lee.
ENCE Vitality all on them. Meanwhile, Nookie, Red Diamonds, I mean, they have to push, right? Because they're all well outside it, and they're going straight in. I think Winstrike will be ready, and they will do. Pin goes down. Best luck pushing.
They're ready to hold the line. Jorski's upstairs, needs to get his health back. That's an off angle from Nookie, unfortunately. You can see a Doozy prepping the nades, ready to try and smash into this building. There it is. Tixu goes down. Expect more pressure to be applied. They're continuing this one through. The Red Diamonds don't want to get stuck in. This is a great play from them. There's a 2 versus 1 downstairs. It might be them going out. But I tell you what, talk about going out in style. It was a last stand there for the house. They give a very valiant effort. Unfortunately for Winstrike, what that now does is it breaks them. It leaves them out in the blue, causes them so many problems, and everyone else can look their way. And
I'll tell you what, another team that is going for it is TSM. They have themselves, I think that's 2 teams they've completely eliminated on their own. They've still got 4 standing as well. So that's 8 to the good so far for them. This is going to be a high kill game for them. It's just really how they do it, really. Make or break for TSM. Digital Athletics are smoking themselves as all they can do, but they are getting peppered from down low. Vitality you can see down there. There's ENCE up on high as well, and the Knights are going to get involved in a moment. Peek over that hillside. Mikaz, a little too much shown for him as he gets caught in the back. And well, there it is. Trifoli. Good night. All done. It's going to be Mert, last man standing.
5 kills comes up. Big nade. Knocks 3 out of the game. Rustam Mark and grab the res onto Mikas.
NIP going for TSM here. They're trying to push out of El Azhar, and TSM are coming over the ridge line. You can't see it on the screens just yet. We'll have it in a moment as we see them coming around the side here.
This is a strong player. They're preempting the push from TSM. NIP are actually pushing towards the edge of the circle. Even though they had compounds and safety, they're getting prepared for the TSM push. Maybe they can hold them back. Maybe they stop any advancement and completely clear out all these players behind them. This is either a preemptive play or just rather unlucky. They might have been trying to get an eyeline NIP.
No.
Gustav, up and over we go. Nades come down. They are getting battered, bodied, and completely collateraled all over. This is manic.
The third party coming out there as TSM just got floored because I think Navi got involved. Jemty even managed to pick one up. And Michael now the last man standing for TSM as NIP actually still have 2 alive despite getting ambushed.
No, they don't. They're dead.
In the back, and Miraku drops the same time by Rory. And yet NIP go down in 10th place. TSM down to 1, Team Liquid down to 1. The Knights still with all 4 standing. Vitality make the move. They're taking control of the southern circle. ENCE holding the compound. The Navi up on high have to deal with G2 in a moment.
I'm not sure what the play was from NIP, whether they wanted to hold back TSM, maybe try and get an eyeline onto Navi, but
I'm not sure if they realized TSM were there. I think they were just trying to get that ridgeline.
They had safety in numbers, but also cover. They decided to opt to go out on foot, and honestly, the nades came through stupid quick and just pretty much removed them from the map.
ENCE are looking to finish on a high here. They've not had a good day overall, but they are still in that #1 spot. The question is, can they hang on to it? Team Liquid still alive with just Jempty alive. Mertz still hanging on in there for Digital Athletics. Michael, the solo player for TSM, and everybody else pretty much 4 men alive. Dimash off in the distance, but it's the Knights that are moving up. They knew that Vitality were there. The question is, do they run into Jempty first? Oh, he's going for the shack. They got distracted.
Just there,
oh,
so
no,
he has to be careful. He'll opt to head for the hills. There's not really much he can do, to be honest. Voxic might just catch him. Yeah, he's seen him. Yeah, whips the gun out. Opts to try and lay down the hammer.
Oh, Monkey!
Monkey wants to put a spanner in the works here, and this is a big play from
Vitality. And Jempty's got down the hill and into a shack. He's got away from it.
If Monkey and Vitality want to win this, they need to take out the Knights next to them. The Knights currently are the one that's really stopping them from making any advancement on this circle. They can hold them at gunpoint.
You can't down Voxic and then just ignore them. So
especially with
to
the
shoot
sniper.
You in the back. Yeah. See, Jempty, he's managed to move building to building. Is he going for another one? Is he going for another one? He's a sneaky little snake, that one. Monkeys confirmed the kill onto Vox. You can see it's Reels and Kramer left as Vitality look to take control of this hill. Michael is sneaking up behind Reels right now. Just look to the side of him. You just saw him down low there. Michael coming up the hill. He's going to be right in vision of them. Does Kramer see him? No, I don't think so.
They won't expect Michael to be this late.
Oh, G2 moving on the hill as well. Oh, no. Triffle is found. Jempty, good night.
Liquid. The sun, Miramar, evaporates them. Michael still looking. He can hear footsteps and he can hear fights going on. What damage can he do to the Knights here?
He might just think it's Vitality trying to flank him.
No, the third party would really,
G2 coming
really
in.
mess him up.
Yeah, G2 coming in. Oh, that nades actually might bounce down towards Michael. It's sprung off at such an angle. But look at G2 flooding over the hillside in the back. You can just see the names coming in, but we can see them on the map. They're pouring over. Michael, oh God, he's just eaten something. I think it was one of those nades. Splash damage towards Knights.
Circle. Homes in on ENCE. And the remnants of the Jokers, G2, they know what's going on here. Oh. I don't think the Knights have any idea. Now Chris they do. Him. There's one straight onto Kramer. The initial knock comes through, and we might actually get the full-blown push here.
Yeah, Vitality confirmed the kill. They managed to nick that one away. G2 trying to make the leapfrog chance.
They're getting ahead of them.
They're going for the circles. Yeah. They're trying to gate camp them as much as they can. They realize that ridgeline. And more importantly, look at the position. They're getting away from the line of fire from Vitality, so they get themselves the hill advantage. It does expose them to Reels' back and Michael's back, but don't think they're too worried about that. They know there's only a couple of single players down there.
Another team that's going to have to work for the money is Vitality. They have a vehicle, so they might be able to play for something. Na'Vi at the northern edge will have to go up against G2. G2 have now been found out and spotted. They've revealed themselves. It's time for Na'Vi to do some damage here, boys. You've got to put some good layers of fire here onto G2. Knock a couple of players. Give yourself some breathing space, because the Germans will not back down, especially if Chris wants to get up close and personal. They don't realize he's actually walking this.
Oh, look at Monkey. Monkey's just sent it round. He's gone over the road. Vitality have just completely rotated around the road.
It was a wonderful, a nice scout from the back. They had one bike remaining. They sent it round.
Well, Michael finds Reels. That's going to be a bad of a position there as the Knights go down in 8th place. TSM still with Michael alive. Kane heard that, saw it, looking for it. He's watching the back at the moment, but Vitality's move, they're going to find Dimash maybe in that little shack in a moment as ENCE will catch Brexco out there. That's 10 kills and counting for ENCE. They have been completely unflustered, but Dimash pops out, downs Jazza, can't flush it out though. Yes, he will. Gets himself the point for the Jokers. That may be all they will get.
Gets the quick reload, and also now has the information that Monkey's just around this corner. It's the hand peek. Thank you very much. There's a second. Goes to the flush. Doesn't get it. Gets confirmed down and dead. They deny him a second point. Michael now sees the unfortunate remnants of what G2 is around this corner. Kane should have his number read here. That's a low ball nade. Chris. Na'Vi aggression. Up close and personal. That's what we wanted them to see. Stop any advancement here from G2.
Yeah, Rick Rent has a nice nade. The second one may well just be enough to bleed him out. Doesn't quite get the bleed going. I think he must have just ducked behind the tree there. Yeah, wonder whether Michael's going. Oh, he's going for a nade, Michael is. Where's he nading? Oh, he's nading Kane. He's just naded Kane. He didn't quite catch him, though. He's trying. He's still got a couple more nades. Yeah, he's in the circle.
To hold him on for this long is... I mean, he got a vital kill onto Reels. He jumped him a point in a position, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Vitality's flank has suddenly paid off in leaps and bounds. They have themselves the big compound. Now, Navi can push up. Mert's going to be in trouble. He's by that little hay bale shack. That's going to be where Navi will push to, provided Vitality allow them. It's ENCE now. They've got themselves 10 kills. We'll see whether they can actually make a move.
I think Michael just...
How many nades has he got?
Welcome to PUBG Esports. You've got to have a bag full of utility. He's looking for this final snake. He knows he's lingering somewhere. Bullets come through. Tracer fire. Opts to go for the long range, and now he knows. One man in a bush. Smoke's down, back's covered. Michael will continue onwards. Vitality, they finally find another team that dresses all in yellow. Oh, Michael, TSM out, 6th position. Good job from him, though, to get him a couple of points in the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a lot of kills in that game as well. There goes Mert, so Kane finds him. So G2 just collecting a couple before they go down. He being the last man, tries to deny it going into the blue, but Recrent didn't quite able to get it. So 4th place for G2. That means ENCE are guaranteed top spot at the end of the day. They've just gone across the road as well. Squeaky gets himself to a crate with 3 teams alive. Happy for that one. Pokemon, though, he's got himself close along with Sadovnik. Vitality have been allowing Navi to sneak right up on their backs.
More quiet for now. Look at Mikas and Rustamar. It's a good play from them to
get a high ground position there.
More importantly, kind of clear them out. They've got to be careful of Recrent, who's inside that compound. But it is a very open, well, I say it's a compound, it's more like a shack, but it's going to be open. So Rustamar will go up with the nades. See if this finds a target. Bounces off.
Oh, the hay bale saves him.
But
Vitality shoots him in the back.
Wookie Boy has been revealed.
Yeah, he's trying to duck away. And Rustamar, hello.
Banger.
Gets
Stolen.
himself in there.
Stolen instantly.
Yeah, Vitality confirm another kill. And that's a big kill for them at the moment. 4 alive for ENCE, 3 for Vitality, and just the 2 now for Navi. As ENCE regroup, they've cleared out the north. They're feeling confident they've cleared that north and side out. Rustamar still keeping his eye on it as he looks towards Vitality in the buildings.
3 M4s and a scar. Should be interesting to see how this one unfolds if they get up close and personal, because there's a lot of range on Vitality, and more importantly, they have the level 2 buildings. There's safety in numbers when we look towards ENCE, so you'd expect them, okay.
It'd be nice to have Shadow's view, because he's the one that's going to basically keep ENCE at bay here.
Oh,
he's
doing the MK,
doing the shots. Could we have first person from Shadow? It would be perfect to just catch him. You can see him.
So we've got a Mini, an SKS, an L Mark 14. So there's definitely range on ENCE. But it's the line of sight that Shadow and the rest, to be honest with you, Vitality. That's a strong overextension. That's a strong wide peak. He wants it. I like this. Absolutely no fear. Finally gets punished for it. I mean, Squeaky is an aggressive player while also been going on. Monkey's been shot in the back and caught off guard.
But they've poured in. It's given them the distance. So now,
worked.
With that little limited angle, gets a peek around the side. The spray down. Mika's down as well. Truffili's going to be down low. Comes in. The reload comes through, and Truffili will get flushed out. Oh, Shadow turns on him.
That's dirty.
And Monkey as well. Rustamar gets him down. Truffili tries to come in the smoke, but Natus comes out. Oh, and Vitality fall to ENCE, and Navi could benefit from this one. They've got to move quick, though, before ENCE can find themselves on their feet. Rustamar, the last man standing. In a 2v1, Navi may benefit from a chicken dinner and nothing here.
You could see what they did with Squeaky. They gave him all the level 3 gear, tanked him up and said, okay, you've got stims on. Time to go, and put him as a bit of a turret, to be honest with you, to do a boatload of damage, which allowed an opening for ENCE. You may think, why are they all just running at the foot of this building? But honestly, there's nowhere else to really go, and they made it work. They've confirmed a couple of kills and confirmed 2nd place as well. But now we're into this 2 versus 1 scenario. Navi, obviously the ones that have benefited most. And Rustamar, if there were ever time to clutch it up, now would be that time.
2v1. The man went for his exams, by the way, during the break. As you do, just pop back to Finland, take a couple of exams, come back and play in the premium European League of PUBG. gets around the side. He can see the shots, but he just can't get them through the wood.
He's doing well. He's getting the angles, but every time he does this, is that Na'Vi can reposition on him.
He's trying to get a cute angle.
Oh my God.
Oh, it gives his spot away.
He hasn't dropped.
Sadovnik's door's not open, so he can't get a peek through.
You can just punch those windows to try and that's maybe what they thought he's done. He's just punched it. It's a lovely...
Look, Sadovnik's questioning it now. He's like, did he go around the side of me? He's not sure. He's not sure. He's questioning himself. Rastamar trying to hold the angle. Pokemon He's dangling out the window right now.
Na'Vi should be playing this as a
two. Dropped. They heard him drop now.
They have
absolutely sure Pokemon will go for it. Sadovnik's going to push around the side. He has to go for it, and Sadovnik will make it count. The X-Man from Forza now on Na'Vi will pick up the win and the second chicken dinner for Na'Vi. And my God, do they need all the points they can get?